So here's this report by Axios. Listen to what it says. U.S. tells allies it won't join war unless Iran targets Americans.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
That makes sense because it's always easier to justify a war if you are simply just saying we're defending ourselves. Why? Because it will always be seen from the lens of we need to strike back. So you hear that. And then as you read, the U.S. had nothing to do with the attack on Iran tonight. If we are attacked in any way, shape, or form by Iran, the full strength and might of the U.S. armed forces will come down on you at levels never seen before. However, we can easily get a deal done between Iran and Israel and end this bloody conflict. So Benjamin Netanyahu, he does an interview on ABC. And during this interview, he starts talking about the strike that happened in Tel Aviv. But there was one specific part that caught everyone's attention. When he mentions that today it's Tel Aviv, tomorrow it's New York, basically insinuating that at some point the fight is going to come to you. What's very funny about this is that is almost tit for tat the exact same comment that Zelensky made. No?
It's Tel Aviv, tomorrow it's New York. I understand America first. I don't understand America dead. That's what these people want. They chant death to America. So we're doing something that is in the service of mankind, of humanity, and it's a battle of good against evil. America should and does stand with the good. That's what President Trump is doing, and I deeply appreciate his support.
Well, this is awkward.
Israel wants America to join this fight with Iran. So he does that interview. MAGA split on the whole thing, if I'm being honest. They're just completely split. You have Tucker Carlson saying that it's likely that America is going to join this war because they want to defend Israel, whereas they shouldn't. They have no dog in this fight, so just leave it alone. Funny enough, you have a lot of quote-unquote neo-Nazis who support Trump but don't like Jewish people. But this is now when you start seeing all the divide really take place. Now, someone said something that it almost makes you think that if the U.S. is going to be provoked into joining this war, because that's what it's going to take, provocation, then they would need to have some kind of justification. And the only justification for them to join the war is an attack.
Hello, my fellow citizens of America and others across the globe. This is the Architect, speaking on behalf of Anonymous. 17 days remain until we release everything. But first, there's something we feel the need to bring to light now. It may not be able to wait. This is not a drill. This is not speculation. This is a warning based on extremely reliable intelligence. We have acquired verified information that a major attack is being planned on domestic soil. It will be brutal, it will be visible, and it will be blamed on a foreign faction, one from the Middle East. But that is a lie. The operation is a false flag, orchestrated not by a foreign enemy, but by an elite shadow alliance within a nation that poses as our greatest ally, but instead is a hyper-militarized power with deep influence through sexual blackmail in our intelligence, government, and media sectors. The goal? To drag us into their war, under the guise of retaliation. But the real motive isn't justice. It's control. Resources, power, a goal they can only achieve by using us as their puppets. They know that once blood is spilled here, the public will beg for retribution. They're counting on your fear. They're counting on your outrage. But now you know. And knowing changes everything. This is not just about geopolitics. This is about the manipulation of a population through violence, fear, and engineered narrative. In the next few days, weeks, or months, this will happen. It's a guarantee. The irrefutable proof of what's being planned is in this message. You don't have to believe us now. Just know when you see it who the true terrorists are. It is not who they will say it is. It will come from none other than our own greatest ally. When you see it, you will understand the scale. You will understand the pattern. If we stay silent, we walk into the trap. But if we stand together, share the truth, and refuse to be played, we can stop it. Or at the very least, wake the nation and the world up to what's actually happening. You are not powerless. You are not alone. Prepare. Stay alert. And above all, think for yourself. We are Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
So who wants to make a bet? I'll make a gentleman's bet. I doubt anyone in the room will take it. That within the next week or two, there will be an attack on Americans from some kind of Iranian actor.
Iranian actor?
Yeah.
The next week or two?
Or that's what it would be told to us, you mean?
Oh, yeah,
Like that's
false
going to be like the
flags.
headline?
No.
Like a-
I didn't speculate anything beyond.
Okay.
There's going to be. So who wants to take that bet that it would not happen?
When you want to feign like a matter is so important to you and it's so crucial that this gets taken care of right now, you have to be willing to just drop some of the biggest things going on. Trump has decided that he's leaving the G7 early after signaling deepening Iran-Israel conflict in social media post. Now, I did already say that MAGA was split on this. Tucker Carlson has been very vocal about how he feels about this war happening. Here, Tucker says, it's worth pointing out that a strike on the Iranian nuclear sites will almost certainly result in thousands of American deaths at bases throughout the Middle East and cost the United States tens of billions of dollars. The cost of future acts of terrorism on American soil may be even higher. Those aren't guesses. Those are the Pentagon's own estimates. A bombing campaign against Iran will set off a war, and it will be America's war. Don't let the propagandists lie to you. Donald saw that and responds with, somebody please explain to kooky Tucker Carlson that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And who else then decides to take up the mantle to respond to Donald Trump but Marjorie Taylor Greene, where she says, Tucker Carlson is one of my favorite people. He fiercely loves his wife, children, and our country. Since being fired from the neocon network Fox News, he has more popularity and viewers than ever before. He unapologetically believes the same things I do, that if we don't fight for our own country and our own people, then we will no longer have a country for our children and our grandchildren. And foreign wars, intervention, regime change put America last, kill innocent people, and make us broke and will ultimately lead to our destruction. That's not kooky. That's what Americans voted for. It's what we believe is America first. Oh, by the way, just aside from the war, I just want to throw this out there.
So what is that? That's not by popular acclaim. That's not like their viewer surveys. Like, we need a lot more Mark Levin. Less Jesse Waters, more Mark Levin. Mark Levin! What they're doing is what they always do, which is just turning up the propaganda hose to full blast and just trying to, knock elderly Fox viewers off their feet and make them submit to a new war.
But with things continuing to escalate, I venture to say that the inevitable will actually happen. I firmly do believe that the U.S. will be joining this war if it continues to go the way it is. And I also venture to say that this is exactly the result that Israel wants. They want the U.S. in the war. I don't feel they think that they could win without them. And then with this report saying that the Chinese embassy in Israel urges citizens to leave, it almost seems like the inevitable is about to happen. So funny enough, Zelensky was right. So let me know your thoughts. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, and I will see you again on the next one. Be easy, y'all.
Under Trump, we will have no more wars, no more disruptions, and we will have prosperity and peace for all.